Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne, did you just like laugh or sneeze?
No, I laughed because I hit record and it was taking forever. So I was waiting for you to be like, "Are you good?" And you didn't say anything because it was just like showing like that it was loading and we were both silent.
Yeah,
Um, because even when me and Chantel do this, we're not on camera. We just like I can see when she talks, but I don't see her face.
I know. Thank God, though.
I mean, I wouldn't care. I would just yeah, I feel like I would laugh more or something.
Oh, I know. We really would. Like, we'd be
Or
looking at each
I'd
other, like,
call
"What are you
you out
doing?"
more. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
like,
call
thank
you out
God, though, because like,
more.
if I'm on my phone and you can't see me, like, thank the Lord.
Yeah, because you know that I will
But oh
go
my God,
off.
from our interview from Peggy with the Real House of Orange County, like, I have a nodding problem. I think I've said this before, but the way I nod, I just can't.
Wait, I never noticed that.
Just watch our clips, like, I'm like, "Mhm," like, I've always done this, even, like, when I was in college or school, like, when the teacher's talking, I'd be like I think that's when I learned it, it's like, I wanted them to think I was paying attention, so now when people talk to me, I'm always, like, slowly nodding my head, and it's, like, too much, it's, like, too much nod.
I always say right, right. Like I'll like or not like that, but I'll be like right, right. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I need to stop saying that. I need to stop saying that. But like if you guys do watch our Peggy interview where you actually watch the video, the part when she starts talking about her brother, me and Chantal did not anticipate for that to happen. And we didn't even know how to because we don't know anything about her brother. So we did not know how to react or respond to someone saying, "My brother's a thief. He has this huge, lengthy criminal record. He did this, this, that. You know what he did at my father's funeral?" And we were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, like, if you guys see my eyes, I'm like, "Oh," and I'm, like, biting my
Yeah,
lip because
you
my lip.
you made more like of a like reaction.
Yeah, I think everyone's like, you guys, like, seem straight faced," but I'm like, if you look at my eyes, I'm, like, biting my lip because I didn't wanna, like, laugh or something or just, like, I was so shook. I was so caught off guard.
Sometimes I do. So the reason that I make the video where me and Chantal are on the side is because sometimes like you could barely see us. And sometimes like when someone's like talking too much or if it's like not an interesting interview, like me and Chantal will like give each other the eye.
Yeah.
So it's like good that we're like on the side because you can't really see our reactions as much.
I know.
We did one interview and it was just like we were definitely we're pretty good at interviews where we could just like think of and that's how we are in our real life where we're able to ask questions and keep conversation going
Like,
even if like
follow-ups
some
and stuff.
yeah even if someone's not like that, which we hate those type of people though, but we know to just like follow up and like keep asking questions and whatnot. And I don't know what was the point of me doing saying this.
Oh, I don't know either.
You guys, does that happen to you or is it just me?
I think I miss you a lot more than anyone.
Right, I don't know what it is, someone explain it to me, please, because I don't know what it is, because I don't know what just happened or what was I think I was just saying, like, "Thank God you can't see our reactions,"
Yeah.
and they thought, like, we weren't really reacting. I was just shocked by it, but anyways, that interview was really good with Peggy, so go listen to it. You guys, Orange County to me is such a breath of fresh air compared to what we're watching with Jersey. Now, I'm not saying that Orange County is, like, clean because it's so dirty what they're doing and what they do, but I'm talking about just, like, the party, Chantel, and the events they go to. It's just so on brand for Real Housewives.
Yeah, and, like, it seems like, everyone's I mean, even though there's some people that don't like each other, like, everyone's welcoming, like, a lot more people are hanging out with each other, and it's not like the same groups, like, everyone's trying to still hear each other out, people are still trying to reconcile. Like, I like seeing that, but it's like when you're so dead on, like, "I'm not talking to this person," it's hard to watch, you know?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I will say we were watching Watch What Happens Live, and I just want to skip over to that real quick. I always believe the polls are rigged, or
100%. There's no way that you
yeah,
people think that Gina is in the right here.
and I'm talking about like high percentage. I get both sides. I'm not going to say that I
Yeah.
don't get both sides, right?
Mhm.
We can acknowledge both sides. There's no way that people, especially with Gina, and so many people don't like Gina, is like winning by a landslide like they do in the polls. And every time there's a poll, I'm like, this poll is bullshit because everything is on social media saying the opposite. Like I put the clip out on All About to Reach Instagram of Jen eating up Gina with the hair comment and everyone is saying how obnoxious Gina is and all this stuff. So I'm like, I don't understand. And even on Twitter, now some people do think Gina is in the right, but still, like it's people can be in the right, but the way they go about it is what makes it a problem.
Yeah, the only thing that I think Gina could be in the right for is that I think Jen should have just mentioned it to her, like, "Hey, I'm having issues and I'm gonna get evicted." Like, that's the only thing. But I guess we can talk more about like what I really think why Jen is in the right and not Gina. Gina took it way overboard afterwards. I'll talk
Yeah.
about it more when we get in the episode.
Yeah. Well, let's start. So, I mean, Alexis trying to keep herself composed was so scare. I do appreciate that Heather Dubrow didn't want to just gossip with Alexis and Tamara, especially when Tamara came along. I don't care what you guys say. Heather knows how Tamara is.
Yeah,
So, it's one of those things where it's like, keep your friends closer, keep your enemies closer. And sure, they have good times and it's fun, but Heather sees and knows what type of person Tamara is. So once she saw Tamara step in and try to like talk to Alexis, she's like, let me go check on Shannon because she knows that Tamara's going to be dirty.
oh, 100%. And it's very clear to me that Alexis was very, very triggered by Shannon more than Shannon even was triggered by her.
Exact. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Chantal, I would. But if I was Shannon and everyone just sat through what Alexis was doing, I would be like, you guys are just not good people.
100%. Like, it just really, like I think someone did say that, like, Let's not talk about this." Or, I mean, oh, never mind, she got up, actually. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I feel like someone should have said, like, "Okay, enough of this conversation."
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing though. It was nice of Tamara to reach out to Alexis when news broke out about Alexis, or I'm sorry, to reach out to Shannon. It was nice of her to reach out to Shannon to check on her when news broke out about Alexis with John and their dating. But you could tell in Shannon's text response back that she was very vague because she knows how Tamara is. Now, insert Tamara suddenly commenting all over Alexis's photos. If I was Tamara, yes, I would be cordial with Alexis because we've moved on at BravoCon. We were able to move on and she's coming on the show. But I'm not going to be leaving emojis where Shannon can see because I don't want to hurt her because Alexis is now dating Shannon's ex who basically tortured her.
Especially when Shannon was so distraught by this relationship, and then this is
Yeah.
supposed to be your, like, best friend.
Right. Again,
She's dirty.
ew, please don't. It's because Chantel's saying that because we went to our friend's house, he kept saying that.
Well, it's because,
Um,
Danielle said it in New Jersey,
I
"She's
know.
dirty."
That's why I'm saying ew because you said that. I'm like, Danielle, gosh. But all I'm saying is if Tamara ever considers Shannon a real friend, she can be cordial with Alexis. She doesn't need to comment on Alexis' photos, knowing Shannon's gonna see that shit,
100%. Like, why? And, like, how wouldn't she? She
Yeah.
does it on purpose
Exactly.
because that's how dirty she is.
Yeah. Wow, that's like on like point though. I feel so bad for Jen though as far as moving because you could tell her kids have been really impacted with moving so much. And that's what's like really scary about a divorce. It's like you could either stay in this relationship that you're both not happy in or you get divorced and like look at all the obstacles you go through after getting a divorce.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people just stay because it's just sometimes it's easier to be complacent and, like, be like, okay, and then have to go through all of that. Like, that's scary. It's a lot of pressure.
At work, the guys would always be like, "It's cheaper to keep her." And I'm like, "Oh my God. Oh my God."
Oh,
I
wow.
swear, I swear. I am so annoyed with Gina though. Jen to me is going through so much, and Gina didn't even know that Jen got evicted until she saw it on Instagram, meaning no other realtor told her. So just move on and stop creating a problem.
Well, to me, it's like I dare my realtor ever to, like, follow up with me or, like, question me if I got
Yeah.
evicted. Like, once the deal's done, what is your problem? Like, her dad ended up paying for it. Like, you got your money. Like, what are you crying about?
Storyline, storyline,
Yeah, it's
storyline.
very weird because, like, I just think that's very unprofessional for a realtor to do that. Even if, like, it was my one of my friends, like, she has no reason to come to me and ask me about eviction for the job. If she wants to come to me about ask about eviction because she's checking up on me, that's one thing. But for you to make it like, oh, as a realtor, how dare you do that? You're taking away food from my kids. You got paid. If you're struggling with dry lips, I have the solution for you. It's City Lips. I posted on our story the other week about how amazing this product was. Roxanne and I both have an obsession with not having dry lips and making sure we have something on them at all times. And this was the best summer discovery. I got the summer peach color and it just kept my lips so plump and hydrated. I think clear would be amazing too. So if you just put on a little lip liner and you throw on the clear, you'll have the best full smooth lips. So if you want fuller and plump lips with City Lips, shop citybeauty.com. Get 15% off site wide with code TRH. They also have a 60-day back guarantee. So if you didn't like it, you can always go back and return and say, I didn't like this, but I promise you guys will love it. Again, I got the summer peach color and I got the clear, but you can go on their website. They have about over 10 plus colors. So I'm sure you'll find something that goes matches with your skin tone. And yeah, promise you'll love.
Yeah, I say this later on, but Gina was so worried about her reputation being ruined. She just ruined her own reputation because no one's gonna wanna work with her now after seeing how she airs people's business
Yeah,
out.
it was really scary.
Yeah,
And
I
I
was
think that even when you like are getting someone, oh, she brought the buyer. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I feel like when you lease something, you get paid no matter what because you get it from the commission. But never mind if she brought the buyer. I
I
don't know
thought
what
you
the
were
rules
losing
say.
your train of thought for a second.
No, no, I'm
Alright.
just thinking about like what the rules are if you brought the buyer and the commission you get.
Alexis, by the way, saying that Shannon could be her mom,
Oh my.
I
He
would
just knows
die.
how to hurt her. That's what I'm saying. She's so much more triggered. She's so
Yeah.
much more triggered by that than anything else.
I believe in karma, dude. I really do. And whether it'll happen now or later on. So it's like the way that she's acting about this, she's like not taking into Shannon's feelings at all. And it's so fucked up to me. The one thing I could relate to Gina is when they sat down for Heather's beautiful luncheon and Gina says, I don't understand why everything is not bread. And same.
Oh, I know. But they're always
I can't.
complaining, like, more food's gonna come, so
Listen, she's from what? Where is she from? Staten Island? Or is she
yeah.
from yeah, like, she's from Staten Island. I'm sorry, like, if you are from there, just like in Michigan, like, it's all about, like, bread, Italian, like, all those type of foods. You go to Orange County to Heather's Event, you're not gonna have food like that, and to me, yeah, that would be annoying as well, but it's like, I would just make jokes about it, so I could relate with her there because Chanel, you like that type of food, I could never.
Oh, yeah, I like that stuff, though.
I just went to a wedding last weekend and they had for like cocktail hour caviar and I was like, "Ew," but
Okay,
I know
yeah,
people love this.
that's why, like, you shouldn't have that at a wedding because like, most of the people don't even know what a caviar is, and, it's like,
I mean,
don't
I know what it was, but I was like, I have no interest in eating that."
yeah, people, like, eat it on a potato chip.
Yeah. Oh, Chanel, that was at BravoCon.
Oh, yeah, like, it's a thing, though.
Yeah. And then remember Kathy ate it in her like potato?
Oh, yes, 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 that's, like, the way to do
Yeah.
it too.
Mhm. Heather has this fun question money booth, and Alexis goes in first. And the question she gets asked is her friendship goals, which is like so weird that she got that. And she says she just wants to move forward with Shannon. And I think that's great, but it's like, okay, well, then shut the hell up and stop talking about John because if you, or Johnny, who's Johnny?
Oh, Alexis is because she's, like, giving him a
She keeps
nickname.
saying Johnny. Yeah, she is
I
saying Johnny.
can't.
I feel like you're not paying attention, it's
No, I
bothering me. No,
am.
there's been a few pauses that I'm like, "Don't say anything, Roxanne, don't say anything, don't say anything." And then right now with
No,
what
no,
you
it's
just
because
did
I'm no, it's because, like, I'm
uh-huh.
drinking hot tea, and so, like, I'm moving my
Oh,
mic to, like, drink the tea.
distracting. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Anyways, Tamara gets asked what she wants less of this year. She says friends who don't talk shit behind her back. You guys, sometimes I'm like, does Tamara like get what she like? What you talk about everyone, Tamara? What are you even saying? And
Hypocrite, we always say that.
yeah, and then Shannon, you can see she's so over the accusation. She's like, she's talking about me, whoop-de-doo, you know? And this is why Tamara sucks because when Heather says her favorite piece of jewelry is her engagement ring, Tamara thinks that's the right moment to ask Alexis if she wants to share anything because Alexis had just got this ring from Johnny. And yeah. And like again, her calling him Johnny is so ick. But then Alexis says it was a promise ring, and Emily is like, or it wasn't a promise ring. And Emily's like, girl, you put on Instagram, you put the caption promise. She's like, no, I put promise. Then Alexis says she's going to
That's one
marry
thing I
him.
liked about, Emily.
Emily, yeah, me too. So far, Emily hasn't been bad. So it's
Yeah, no, I
crazy.
know we kind of were saying that she might be, but she hasn't been either to me.
I have heard that this is going to be a, intense season for Emily. So I'm like, okay, well, so far not bad, but well, then Alexis says she's gonna marry him. She says that she's gonna marry Johnny, the man she's known for 2 months at this point, and Tamara acts annoyed when Shannon walks away. But this would be hard on any woman, and it bothers me that Tamara's even checking on Shannon because she was the one who asked Alexis the question about the promise ring. Every season, we do see
She
Tamara come
does
for
that
one of
every
her friends.
time.
Yeah.
Well, like, where, like, she'll be the one to push you to that point, but then all of a sudden
Yeah,
will retract and be like, "Hey, are you okay? I am a good friend if you need me." And it's like, "You're the
right.
reason that I'm even in this
Like, I'm
position."
reacting this way. What is it? Is it gaslighting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She really does gaslight.
I really learned the term gaslighting and narcissist from TikTok. I would have never known
Mm.
about these things, which is very scare for my life that I wouldn't have.
Well, I just think
Uh,
gaslight came out, like, in the last, like, 3 years. Everyone's using it.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I know. Literally, I call everyone a gaslighter now, and everyone's like, "Get the fuck off TikTok, dude." I'm like, "I swear." Okay, anyways. So, anyways, then Tamara does this thing where she starts calling Shannon a horrible person, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." But good for Tamara though. She does this, she gets away with it every season. Everyone is scared of her, but I also don't blame them for being scared of her because she goes so low. And she's able to get out of it every time.
Yeah, but, like, what pisses me off is Tamara's like, "I just want her to apologize," but then Shannon asks you to sit down, and you don't even wanna sit down with her. So, like, how can she apologize to you?
Shannon checked her though. She's like, "Oh, like really? You're coming here and checking on me? Like you were the one who asked Alexis the question." Shannon knows what the fuck
Seriously.
Tamara's doing. She does. Gina is so. Oh wait, by the way, I wanted to say I'm really liking Katie so far. I feel like I
Oh,
never
me
liked New House.
too.
Yeah, especially like as of recently, I have not liked New Housewives until at least their second season, and I like Katie a lot.
Yeah, same. We'll
Yeah,
talk more about her home life.
yeah. Gina is so reaching for a storyline. She's accusing Jen of ruining her reputation, but she doesn't even have a reputation that could be ruined. She just
Yeah, like,
started
didn't you
this.
j yes,
Yeah,
didn't you just
I
become a realtor?
know.
Didn't you just pass a test last season?
I swear. Gina's talking about Jen's lowest moments in her life with everyone else and is just worried about herself when Jen was going to, go to her to begin with just because she's a friend. Like, Jen did not have to use you. She did that because she's supporting you. Why aren't you supporting her through this tough time right now?
And dude, like, probably Jen knows people, like, maybe she'll recommend people to you and, like, will
Yeah.
okay to give you that, like, commission next time, or, like, maybe one day she'll become rich again and, like, have all this money that she'll use you again, but now she won't because you just ruined your client right there.
I would never use Gina, seeing how she was speaking to Jen or how she's speaking about Jen. And it was like, as Jen said, this was never her intention to do. Like you said, her dad figured it out. Her ex-husband was supposed to pay for it. I just think Gina gets mad because when she got divorced, she was left with nothing. So she wants everyone to be in that situation too.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, she had to fend more for herself and scrap more and, like, be in such more vulnerable, like,
Yeah.
situations, and Jen's kind
What
of
was
like,
that?
I know. Jen is just kinda like, okay.
Vulnerable.
I can't wait for everyone to come after you.
I know.
They're gonna call you a bully.
I feel like no, as of recently, people, at least on our Patreon, because me and Chantal have gotten into 10 fights on Patreon, and they're like, "Damn, Chantal," and they're actually taking my side.
No, they didn't take her side. They just said,
They did.
"Damn, I can't believe Chantel just went crazy like that." And it's like, yeah.
No, I prefer them. They were really nice there. Anyways, okay. Uh, Jen says that Ryan is living a dream and kind of just chilling after doing mortgages for so long. I wish she didn't say that, but especially
Yeah,
with,
just because it makes you look like,
well, let me
"Where's your
tell you
money
guys
coming
something.
from?"
But here's the thing. I've been working in the mortgage industry for literally like my whole adult life. And these men work their asses off in their 20s and 30s. And literally, they're all retiring mid 40s, end of 40s. Like they've made so much money that they're able to do that. But they really did have to hustle in the beginning. Like that's where the money is at. I'm going to tell my son, when you grow up, you need to go into mortgages, real estate sales. I swear that's where the money is at, or blue collar, but a lot of people just aren't made for blue collar life,
Yeah, no,
which is so
100%.
crazy that blue collar, but I swear they make so much money. They really do.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna tell my kids to go into a trade, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Um, but yeah, anyway, so I was dying at Katie saying that she has the whitest Catholic name ever because she totally does.
Oh, yeah, and, like, she's not, so it's so funny.
Yeah. Katie has 4 kids. I feel like the Orange County wives, majority of them have a lot of kids, which is shocking.
I know. But I
They
feel like
all have
sometimes
3 or 4. Like, Tamara has
yeah.
4, Heather Dubrow has 4, Alexis has 3, Shannon has 3, Katie has 4. I mean, this is crazy. I'm sorry. I feel like in a lot of these shows, most of the time you'll see, like, 2 kids.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, it's probably because they have multiple marriages, but they really all have the same, like, baby daddies over there.
Well, no, Katie, if 3 of them weren't.
Except Katie, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I just think it's so crazy. Even a Heather, the fact that she has 4 kids, or
I
does she have 5?
know.
No, she has 5.
No,
She has
4.
4. Because you think a lot of the time what we do see is, like, with, sometimes, like, rich people, they don't even wanna have kids, and she has, like, a whole ass family. I don't know, I just found that to be so crazy. I do love hearing about Katie's adoption story and how it is with her daughter right now. Her daughter, by the way, is so beautiful.
So beautiful. I just love how she has such a, like, interesting mixed family life, and
Yeah,
I wanna see more of it.
yeah. When Shannon is with Gina and Emily, I do appreciate them acknowledging that Alexis is out of line. I really do, 'cause if you don't, then something's wrong with you.
Well, it's great for Shannon that no one ever like, all of them couldn't stand Johnny or John, whatever. So, like,
Yeah,
now that Alexis is coming in and saying, like, "I'm dating John," everyone's like, "Ew," like, no one likes him. So it's like,
right.
it puts her in a bad spot.
Yeah. Shannon breaking down to Gina and Emily got to me. Obviously, we know Shannon was in the wrong and Shannon is feeling guilty because she's so apologetic to Gina for how she was with Gina when Gina got her DUI. Because I do think Gina's being very supportive towards Shannon and she's seeing that and she's like, wow, I don't even deserve this because I was harsh on you when you got yours.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think Gina said it best. It's like some people really just need to be in that perspective or in
Yeah.
that, like, place to really see, like, how someone feels.
Tamara crying to Eddie about Shannon. What did you think about that?
I can't stop.
No, you guys, I genuinely can't.
And I don't know why Eddie's on a high horse, like the way he was even talking about Jen in that conversation.
He pisses me off. I
Yeah.
don't know, he just does. Tamara brings up what Jen is going through and says she needs to get her ass up and work, but I mean, she is on the show. It's not like she's not bringing nothing. She makes 60K her first season. That's how much like a normal job could be for someone. So it's like her working, and then she makes like 120 to 180K her second season. So that's literally how much she would make if she got a job. She still owns her studio. So she is trying.
I know that I think they're being really harsh.
Yeah. But again, something like this makes me always want to work because it's so scary that we have seen on TV that these women, they raise their families. And I just want to note that there is no harder job than raising your kids. I'm on maternity leave, so I'm with 4 of my kids at home. And every day I'm like, oh my God, this is the hardest job in the entire world. And working is so much easier than this. So, but it goes to show you, like, even if you think about quitting or something, you could be in this type of situation, and that's scary.
I think the biggest thing is like it's okay if you had to quit, but it's like, can we get a job faster? So like your
Yeah.
resume or your if you have a college degree, I think that's like what you always want to be able to fall back on. Like if you're a nurse and all of a sudden you don't work, we see all the time. Like people like get their PAs and they're a nurse and you're like, oh, look how they're
Yeah.
not working anymore. But at least like if they had to, it's easy for them. It would be easier for them to get a job because they have the qualifications.
I do see oh, I just yawned, sorry. I do see a lot of people who, when it does get to that point, they do go into nursing,
Yeah.
which is crazy. I mean, shout out to nurses because I don't know how you guys do that
Yeah,
either.
seriously.
I don't know.
They be working
Eddie,
like 12-hour shifts.
I swear, but then they work, like, 3 days a week, which is
I
nice.
know, I know.
That's,
That
like,
is nice.
super nice. Like, I work 5 days, like, 8 to 5, like, it sucks.
I would take a 3 12-day shift,
Me
then work
too,
5
me
all day.
too, yeah. Eddie saying Ryan is dragging Jen down. I'm confused because I don't understand. I mean, in fact, he's not dragging her down. He actually picked her back up and picked up her 5 kids to come live with him.
Yeah, seriously, preach, sister.
And what's like I don't know. Sometimes I think Eddie drags Tamara down. He's needed Tamara for every business situation he's ever been in.
And now they're like living separately, basically. Like he's going to Big Bear and she's over here. So it's like, okay, look, let's see your relationship.
Yeah. Jen has such wholesome parents, though. You could tell she was raised so well. I got so emotional when she broke down to her dad, and she's truly so appreciative to her father for helping her anytime she has needed it. And obviously, or wait, no, isn't her family's paid and they got her husband a job, right?
Yeah.
Her ex-husband. Yeah, so he's obviously, I mean, but listen, when you have it, like my dad always made this comment to me and I always remember and he was always like to me, like, "I live for my kids." Like, that is, like, my goal of living. I don't know, he said it better then, and of course I forgot it. It was, like, years ago. But I think, like, what I'm trying to say is
I mean, if it's
with
not for your kids, then for who?
yeah.
So if
So
you
it
have the money.
exactly. You take care of your kids, and she seems like an incredible daughter. They seem like incredible parents, and she seems like an incredible person.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, it's beautiful that you can have parents that you can lean on when stuff goes like bad like that. A lot of people, I feel like even us, like our parents rely on the kids, instead of that. So it's like
Oh my gosh,
I'm she feels
yeah.
she feels she's acting very grateful, and I think it's an amazing thing that you can have that. Not a lot of people do.
Our parents are the type of parents who are like, "I had you guys, so because I gave you life, you owe me." And I was like, Madre, no one told you to have me." Like, I'm so confused. I don't know if
No,
that's like a generational thing. I don't know.
No, I no, it is. I think it's because they when they lived like not in this country, like they had to work to provide because they were all poor. They had to work to provide for their family. So when they came here, they also had to work for their family. So they
But Chantal,
put
they like
that
worked for like 5 years and then they got married and then they like
you
stopped
just
working.
you just said having kids is the hardest job. So they were raising us.
Yeah, you're right.
And I
You're
just
right.
think they only knew better that when they worked, they had to give their money to their parents. So they feel like that's what we have to
That's
do for
true.
them.
Yeah,
And we
no,
all
that's
were like,
literally
no, I'm just kidding. I
I
actually help my
mean
parents out a lot, but
my brother is very, very successful, so thank God because like
because he helps your
yeah,
mom
he
out.
helps my mom quite a bit, and so thank God. So shout out to my brother because he like literally takes care of my mom. However, listen, if I was a okay, not a bajillionaire, but if I was like very comfortable, didn't have my kids all in private school, like, didn't have like 4 kids, I'm working, my husband's working, like clearly, like I'm
Yeah, you're
working.
not rich
So
enough to have to not work. So like,
exactly. So,
yeah,
but if I had that, then yes, I would be, helping my mom and that's what my brother, like he has it, so he helps my mom.
yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, anywho, wow. Like, let's hope no one's listening to this. Like, are we not? Anyways, so Heather and Shannon meet up to see where they stand, and all the ladies are agreeing that Alexis was going too far, but they're all still going to invite her. And I mean, they're filming a show; they have no choice. I mean, if Shannon wants to be mad, be mad with the producers because what can these ones do?
I know.
But what was interesting is Heather wants to know something. She wants to know if Shannon told Tamara that they were going to take Heather down before filming last season's reunion. And the fact that Tamara goes and tells Heather that,
Yeah,
I can't.
she's
It's
just
because
messy,
it's
messy, messy,
no,
messy,
it's because
messy.
Chantel, Tamara treated Heather so fucking poorly last season. And the way for her to twist it is be like, do you want to know what Shannon said? Do you want to know what this person said? And it's like, dude, and Shannon is not like a person where she'll like remember what Tamara said or like she'll like pay attention, where Tamara takes notes, whatever you're talking about. So I don't know. But I am glad that Heather and Shannon are taking it one step at a time because I really like both of them.
Heather's just a very good communicator. She just knows
She's
how to
so
communicate.
good.
She knows how to like express. We need to learn from her because she
I
knows how to
know.
express exactly what she's needing for the conversation to move forward, and then she'll be done. And we've seen
Yeah.
that multiple times with her. Like when she just has a conversation, and it's like someone is going to say sorry, and she's good. She's like, okay, we're good.
Heather's just really grown on me. She really
I've
has.
always loved Heather. I've never
I
had any
know.
issues with her, and she even
Yeah.
mentioned Taylor Swift, so we like her even more.
Yeah, no, I really, really like her. Why is Gina saying that Jen is coming for her career like she intentionally did this?
Oh my Lanta. Oh my
No, it's
Lanta.
already
Like the
too
way
much.
that
It's already too
and
much.
and then when they were in this like cafe, it's like a small cafe and she's like screaming. Like everyone can hear you.
Everyone's laughing in the background.
Yeah, that
I paid
conversation was not
attention.
oh my I did in the beginning, but then I got really
I
into the
did.
conversation.
No.
But I was like, this conversation's not meant to be screamed at.
Yeah.
Jen
Gina's
was
mad.
baffled.
Yeah, Gina's mad that Jen looks put together when they meet up, and Jen is like, "I would never intentionally do something like this. I just want you to know." And Gina's being harsh, and she's like, "This is my business, my career." And Jen's like, "Yes," and you're literally telling everyone my business, which is not good for a new realtor. But again, like we said, if we were on the show, we would never use Gina just because of how she handled all of this. But like we get it. Jen's her friend, but at the end of the day, she's her client, and this is how you talk about your client to other people. That's like a huge no. But
Yeah.
I did die though when, Gina pointed out how Jen is still doing her hair and makeup, and Jen hits back with, "Yeah, I'm not going to not do my hair and let it go to shit like you did for so many
It
seasons."
was she ate her up like
Yeah, she really,
rare.
really did. Yeah. Um, but Gina even walking away, I'm like, "Shut up, Gina."
No, I
I
mean,
couldn't.
I think for me, that's like she kept bringing up her kids, like take care of your kids, take care of your kids. It's like stop mentioning my kids. My kids are good. Like don't worry about my kids and worry about your own damn kids. Like stop
Yeah.
making it seem like my kids are starving or something.
Yeah. So I want to go into some of Tamara's tweets, okay? Because I think she said some interesting things on Twitter, and she's the only one talking about it on Twitter. But she wrote, as far as like the whole Alexis stuff, she goes, Shannon knew Alexis and I made up at BravoCon and we're speaking. I even said at the stage at Trace Amigo's show in Phoenix that I wanted Alexis back on Orange County. And she said this because, first off, she doesn't want Gretchen back. She literally threatened that she would leave the show if Gretchen comes on. She says
Yeah,
this
like
was
let's have Gretchen come back and see how you feel.
right. She's like, this was, oh my God, exactly. If Shannon did any of this if Shannon acted like how Tamara acted with Alexis towards Gretchen, Shannon, Alexa, or yeah, what is it? Tamara would never speak to her again. Anyways, she goes, this was before Alexis had even met John. The post of Alexis that I liked and commented on wasn't in support of her dating John. It was actually the opposite. And it was like a picture of Alexis saying, happy birthday shopping with my newly 16-year-old and Tamara putting clapping faces. But again, you don't need to do that, Tamara. You don't need to do that. You don't like need to show that you're like Team Alexis and you're engaging in her stuff and commenting on her stuff. Like just be friendly with her and that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
And then she says, the reason I was so mad at Heather last year had a lot to do with off camera conversations. Shannon told me that Heather was saying bad stuff about me during season 16, including that she was only friends with me because she was afraid of me, which is 100% true. I don't care what anyone says, they all are. And she goes, other than what was brought up on camera last season, I didn't say anything else to Shannon. And then someone goes,
Liar.
yeah, someone else goes, stop blaming Shannon for everything. Be your own person. God, you're making it so hard to be a fan of yours. And then Tamara goes, she's blaming me, so I'm not allowed to defend myself. All right. So another a thing, and then Tamara reposted this. She posted, like Tamara or not, she always tells it like it is. I do really feel there's a genuine concern for her former friend, especially when this DWI isn't the first time Shannon drinking has been brought up. You can't help those who won't help themselves. Take accountability and change. So Tamara retweets that. So she shares that. So she agrees with it. Then someone had commented, why is Tamara so close with Alexis? Didn't she lose over 500K because of Alexis Bellino's lawsuit? And Tamara responds, oh my gosh, for the last time, Alexis didn't sue me. How many times can I make this clear? Do you really think I'd be friends with somebody who sued me? Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
We will put
I
nothing
do.
past you, girl.
I know, I swear. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's really all for Orange County and fantastic. It was a fantastic, you guys, fantastic episode and it is delivering.
Yeah,
And
even
even
next episode looks good. Like everything is
yeah.
looking
Even
everything is
though
looking up
Tamara
and up.
pisses me off because 'cause I'm just like, I just wish she kind of owned her. Like, I would be like I'd be okay with Tamara if, like, she just, like, owned it and said, like, "Yeah, I do this." But
She's not pissing me off as much as she did last season so far, just because like I think last season was just so uncalled for with her and Heather and like and what she was
oh
doing. I
my
think like she
gosh,
pissed me off
yeah.
so much that it
Poor
was just
Heather.
yeah, literally. And but that's why sometimes like when she's doing this to Shannon, I don't feel bad for that bad for Shannon when Tamara's being a shitty friend because Shannon was like up her asshole. So
Yeah. I don't know, that doesn't make sense. I do feel bad for Shannon.
no,
See,
I don't.
you know what Tamara did? A lot of people would have been pissed at Shannon, which obviously were pissed. Like, what she did was not okay at all. Um, but, like, Tamara's making people who didn't even like Shannon like Shannon.
Yeah,
We've always said this. We hate when there's like one person and you kick them down when they're at their lowest. It's too much.
yeah,
Like it's bully-ish. I don't know. But
bullyish. Okay.
I mean when you're kicking someone down when they're like at their lowest, like calm down. But I think that's all we have for Orange County, you guys.
Yes.
Join us on our Patreon and we give you 2 additional episodes. And those episodes are actually a lot longer, which is really cray-cray.
I know, it really is. But we have
Chantel's
fun
checked
here.
out. Yeah, she's checked out this episode. It's 11:30.
No, because anytime I talk, you're like, "Yeah, you're doing that too." So
That's
let's
okay, so point it out. Point it out, please. Point it out when I
oh,
do that.
right before when I was telling you about the kissing, you're like, "Yeah," because you were, like, looking up your tweets to read. You didn't listen to what I said.
Well, yeah, because I just had told
Exactly.
just told you I'm looking up Tamara's tweets.
Yeah, so you weren't paying attention.
Okay. All right, you guys. Please make sure to subscribe. Leave us a great review. We would appreciate it so much. And thank you guys so much for listening.
Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.
Yes.